The African Union has formally endorsed the Correct the Map campaign, which calls for replacing the centuries-old Mercator map projection with alternatives such as the Equal Earth projection. At the heart of this demand lies the charge of the Mercator projection, still widely used in schools, offices, media and online platforms. Shrinks Africa while exaggerating the size of Europe, North America and Greenland. For the AU, moving away from Mercator is both about geographically accuracy and correcting what is called centuries of symbolic marginalization. What is the Mercator map controversial? Why is the Mercator map controversial? The Mercator projection was created in 1569 by Flemish cartographer Carolus Mercator to solve a practical navigation problem. Sailors navigating by compass found it difficult to plot courses on flat maps because of their routes, called rhumb lines, appeared curves. Mercator's projection stretched the north-south scale to these routes could be drawn as straight line, marking marine navigation for easier. The convenience, however, came at a cost. Land masses closer to the people before became distorted, appearing much larger than they really are, while equatorial regions shrank. For example, Greenland, 2.1 million square kilometer, often looks comparable to Africa, that's 30 million square kilometer, even though Africa is about 14 times larger. Similarly, Europe looks roughly the size of Africa, even though it is only one-third as big. Canada, Russia and Northern Europe look bloated, while Africa, South Africa and India appear diminished. Over centuries, the Mercator's map rectangular shape became the default in classroom, atlases and latest digital platforms such as Google Maps. Critics argue that these distortions reinforced precipitation of European and North American centrality while downplaying the size and importance of Africa. Why all maps distorted? Now, there is no perfect way to flatten a spherical surface into a rectangle. Cartographers must always compromise between grieving areas, shape, distance and direction. The Mercator project is a conformal map. It preserves angles and local shapes, which help sailors, but it does so by inflating regions near the poles. Alternatives made different trade-offs. The Equal Earth projection, developed in 2018, preserves of the relative size of continent, so Africa appears much larger compared to Europe or Greenland. But in this projection, continents appear curved or stretched. Another option, the Gall-Peters projection, preserves area as well, but stretches continent vertically, making them appear elongated. Meanwhile, the orthographic projection depicts Earth as an appear from space, but only shows one hemisphere at a time. How has Mercator's distorted shape Africa's image? Scholars and policymakers have long argued that Mercator map have contributed to Africa's symbolic marginalization. By making Africa appear small, they suggest the continent was less consequent, less powerful and even less worthy of attention. Barak Aziri, a former World Bank economist, has described the Mercator map as a political tool that aided colonial domination, first by making Africa look small and conquerable, and now by endeavoring it irrelevant. Similarly, AU Deputy Chairperson Salma Malika Hadadidi has said Mercator's discorporation portray Africa as marginal. Campaigners such as Africa No Filter and Speak Up Africa argue that adopting fairer projections like Equal Earth is a step towards reclaiming dignity and rewriting visual narratives that have endured for centuries. What happens next? The AU's endorsement is the strongest institutional backing so far for the Correct the Map campaign. The movement has also petitioned the UN Committee of Experts on Global Geospatial Information Management to adapt Equal Earth. Several organizations are already shifting. The World Bank has said it is phasing out Mercator, while National Geographic and NASA's Goddard Institutes have been using Equal Earth. Google Map introduced a 3D globe option in 2018, though its mobile app still defaults to Mercator. Yet replacing Mercator entirely will not be easy. The projection is deeply entrenched in school textbook, classroom walls, news, graphics, and even AU's own website. Transitioning would mean rewriting curricula, redesigning maps, and updating digital interfaces across institutions. Still, for the AU and its supporters, the move is about than cartographic accuracy. It represents an effort to reshape how Africa is seen and how Africans can see themselves in global geography. That's all for now in the story. Stay tuned to the Savera, download the app and follow us on various social media platforms.